Hello everybody, welcome back to Practical Japanese, teaching you Japanese that you can use every day. And in today's video we're going to be talking about verb conjugation, as it says in the title. And this is still going to be more or less a beginner video and really building the fundamentals and that foundation of being able to actually form sentences. Okay, so going right into it, in Japanese, verbs are conjugated, meaning that there is a stem or first half to the verb and an ending, which is the last part of the verb that changes based on the context. And in Japanese, verbs or words, but in this case verbs, since we're talking about verbs today, are conjugated based on time, okay? And they start as affirmative present, affirmative past, negative present, and negative past. And in Japanese, we don't really have a future tense that gets bunched together with the present tense, okay? So just based on the context, you kind of know what you're going to be talking about, okay? So starting with the upper left corner here, that is the affirmative present box, okay? And the conjugation, so like I mentioned earlier, every verb has a stem, which is the first half of the verb, and it has an ending, okay? So these boxes are conjugated on the endings, and the endings in the upper left box is mas, okay? And mas falls in the affirmative present category. So if you look at that first word next to the example is tabe plus mas, which is I eat or I will eat. And as you can see, I separated the stem and the ending. So tabe is the verb stem. So tabe is to eat, but to tell, you know, at which point in time you're eating, that's what you need the ending for. So tabe plus mas is tabemasu, which is I eat or I will eat. Okay, tabemasu. And that same pattern goes throughout this entire chart. So the next line is ikimasu, which is iki, which is the stem, and then mas is the ending. So ikimasu is I go or I will go. The next one is yomi plus mas, which is yomimasu, which is I read or I will read. And the last one in the upper left box is ari plus mas, which is arimasu. Okay? And moving on to affirmative past is nomi plus mashita, which is nomi is drink and mashita is past tense, but it's affirmative. So it's nomi mashita, which is I drank or I did drink. Okay? So I hope you're catching on to the pattern. Moving on is ki plus mashita. So it's kimashita, which is I came or I did come. And then the next one is kaki plus mashita, which is kakimashita, which is I wrote. And then the last one is ari plus mashita, which is arimashita, which is I had. Okay, so moving on, bottom left corner for the sake of example is masen, which is negative present. So tachi we have here is tachi plus masen. So tachimasen is I don't or I won't stand. And the next one is ne plus masen. So nemasen is I don't or I won't sleep. And the next one is shi plus masen. So shimasen is I don't do or I won't do. And the last one is I plus masen, which is imasen, which is not there. And imasen is different than arimasen. So imasu and arimasu is to have or exist, except arimasu is for objects and imasu is for living things, so like people. So imasen is not there, like a person is not there or a dog is not there. Imasen. Okay, but arimasen would be like the pencil is not there. Okay? And then the last box, the bottom right corner, is negative past. And this one is ませんでした. Okay, so the top example is 座り plus ませんでした. So 座りませんでした is I didn't sit. Okay, and the next one is 起き, which is a verb stem. 起き plus ませんでした. So 起きませんでした is I didn't wake up. Okay, and then the next one is し, which is do, and then ませんでした, which is negative. So しませんでした, I didn't do. And then the last one is い plus ませんでした, which is いませんでした. So which is he wasn't there or it wasn't there. Okay, so here we have some more examples of verbs, and so I will just read them out and you can follow along. Okay, so the first one on the top is 私は学校へ行きます, which is I go to school. So I, school, go, because in Japanese the verbs usually come at the end. Okay, and the next one is お母さんと話しました. So that one is mom with talked. So I talked with mom. Okay, next one is 友達が宿題をしません, which is friend homework doesn't do. So my friend doesn't do their homework. And then the next one is それがありませんでした, and that is I didn't have that or it wasn't there. Okay, and then the last one is 犬がいましたか, which is was there a dog? Okay, so I hope you understand how we can use those verb conjugations and turn them into real sentences through these examples. And last kind of difficult bonus, I wrote a sample paragraph, and I'll just read it out to you. Maybe you can follow along and just notice the verbs and their ending patterns and how they all come generally at the end of the sentences. And some of these, there will be verbs in the middle of the sentence, but they have a certain way you conjugate them that can connect two sentences together. Okay, that is called te form, and that will be covered in another video. So hopefully this can just be an example for you to use for now, and as you progress, then you'll slowly understand more. Okay, so I'm just going to read this, and hopefully you can follow along. I will try to read it slowly. So here it goes. 今朝6時に起きて学校に行きました。それから図書館で本を読んで日本語を勉強しました。でも宿題はしませんでした。明日友達と海に行きます。Okay, so this whole paragraph means this morning I woke up at 6 and went to school. After that, I read a book at the library and studied Japanese. But I didn't do my homework. Tomorrow, I'm going with my friend to the beach. Okay, so that was just my sample example sentence paragraph, and I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And until then, I will see you in the next video. じゃあ、またね。